For Connections, COVID-19 has been a unique challenge to our mission to end homelessness. We have discovered new ways to serve our community through new restaurant and hotel partnerships that served unprecedented numbers.
In the early days of COVID, we had to restructure all the ways that we deal with participants in our space.
No one knew where this was going.
We were trying to adapt to a rapidly changing world.
We had to reconfigure ourselves, reinvent ourselves on a daily basis for months. It was amazing. Connections views itself as a force for social good in the community. We know what we're doing impacts the people that we serve in transformative and amazing ways.
In this past year, when we faced our greatest challenge, we made the biggest impact.
All of the traditional shelters, right, became unusable.
People who were experiencing homelessness were the most vulnerable people.
There was a shelter in place from state government, and these people had nowhere to shelter in.
There is a community in Evanston that is silently suffering with housing insecurity, food insecurity, and other challenges.
We started out at a hotel here in town called the Margarita Inn.
Very quickly, very aggressively, the rooms were secured, and we were able to just pivot and get the people that would have otherwise been on the street, get them at least in some temporary housing and get them to the point where they weren't immediately at risk.
They were, again, a godsend when COVID hit because, a lot of us were exposed.
It was all hands on deck, staff living in the hotel with clients, helping to secure meals to keep everyone safe.
It's hard to envision 250 households in a hotel until you actually see it for yourself.
Through our restaurant partnerships, we were delivering 200 meals a day to our hotel residents 3 times a day. We were infusing those dollars into the local economy through the restaurant.
Over 30,000 nights of shelter provided, and over 130,000 meals served to over 3,000 people at risk.
I think it was truly remarkable what was able to happen in a relatively brief period of time.
Connections called early on to see if we would be available to do breakfasts. It gave us a little cash flow, and it was one of many things that was truly a saving grace.
Those partnerships, not only did it save lives in feeding families that otherwise would have been out looking for food, but it saved lives because some of the businesses supported would have been out of business right now if it were not for the opportunity to partner with the food program that Connections had.
Our estimate for food, for wages, for rental assistance, buying hotel rooms, we think during the pandemic we have infused $5 million or so into the local economy.
That is keeping Lighthouse afloat. Without Connections, I will probably be closed.
We hired 30 people. We were close to doubling our workforce in order to just pull that off. We went all hands on deck.
The volunteering shifted dramatically to how are we going to make sure that the participants were adequately supported, and specifically as it related to food.
Connections was really visible in saying, we need clothing, we need meals, we need toiletries. We're serving more people than we ever served before. It was an action point so that people who wanted to help could.
Our staff inspires me because they take heart in that. They feel what good they're doing. All of our staff are just extraordinary, and I'm so grateful to be able to call them colleagues and to support them. That gets you to come back to work every day.
I feel for my team all the time because they do a lot of great work, and this is hard. And I see everybody wanting to do better, and so when I see that, I want to try hard.